Takes the shot. Short. Dale Ellis with a rebound. Nate McMillan is starting despite an injured leg. That ball tipped away and out of bounds. Seattle will inbound. Let's give you the starting lineups now. Here are the Lakers: Johnson and Scott, Jabbar, James Worthy, and A.C. Green. And for the Supersonics, McDaniel and McKee, joined by Lister, Ellis, and Nate McMillan playing with an injured ankle. Here's Derek McKee for two. That's his second basket, and it goes on top of a Dale Ellis layup, and it gives Seattle a quick 6-0 lead.
Well, there's no question the Sonics have come out to make a statement here in the first quarter. That's usually the Lakers stuff. They want to get the game under control early. But the Sonics have started out, gone to the low post, really put a whipping on Magic Johnson down there, and have really taken the ball strong to the hoop.
7-0. 10:15 to go, first quarter. Here Johnson guarded by McMillan now, and a foul away from the ball. Just to bring you up to date as we conclude our weekend of coverage, the Lakers lead this 3-0. They can become the first team to go into the conference finals with a victory today. Phoenix, of course, won yesterday to go up 3-1. Chicago won today to go 3-1, and Detroit and Milwaukee playing game 3 right now in Milwaukee. This is Scott's turnover, and Tommy, in game 3 the other night, the Lakers, an inexplicable 20 turnovers in that game, that they still won.
Boy, I'll tell you, I don't know how the Lakers won the last ball game. The Sonics took something like 34 more shots. They ended up out-rebounding the Lakers, something that the Lakers have to be concerned with very importantly here today. But they did turn the ball over 20 times. I think what the Lakers have to do more than anything else to win this ball game is to control their defensive glass.
Bring you up to date. Chicago won today, and they lead in that series 3-1. Our score is 7-0, and Pat Riley is called for a 20-second timeout.
Pat Riley counts an awful lot on his club getting out quickly, running hard, using that fast break. But the Sonics have come out so emotional in this early part of the ball game that they have dominated the boards, and they have made it work.
Lakers have won 3 in a row over Seattle. They won game 1, a tough-fought contest in the Forum, 113 to 112. Magic had 21. Game 2, 130 to 108, a blowout. And then game 3 here on Friday night was anything but a pretty picture.
It sure wasn't. But this one here, the Sonics seem to have answered the big problem that plagued them in game 3, their shooting woes.
Dale Ellis with his second basket. A 9-0 run. And there's the first Los Angeles basket of the afternoon. A.C. Green. McKee. Back to Lister.
That's a key matchup.
McDaniel, little turnaround jumper. Out, and Lister can't control the rebound, and he hauls down Byron Scott from behind and gets the foul.
One of the key matchups for the Lakers is who is going to defend McKee and where is he going to play. McKee in game 3 had played out on the perimeter, taking Magic away from the defensive glass. Very good defensive rebounder. In fact, he might be the best on the entire Laker team.
Scott shot from the corner. Lister, Worthy goes over him and knocks it out of bounds. Seattle ball. The Supersonics got by Houston in the first round, 3-1. The Lakers defeated Portland in 3 in a row, and they're up 3 in this series. They have won 11 playoff games in succession against Seattle, dating back to Magic Johnson's rookie year. Shot clock at 4. McKee, short. McKee rebound. There's another offensive rebound for the Sonics.
A lot of people in Seattle claim they didn't have an inside game, and almost exclusively here in this early part of the game, the Sonics have gone to the low post.
Jabbar, the last man up the court, gives it back to Magic Johnson, and again it's Nate McMillan, bothered by a bad ankle that he severely sprained in the opening moments of game number 2. Played 16 minutes in game 3. Here's Jabbar, shot clock at 2. Worthy off the double team, they got him cutting.
Well, they have double team Magic Johnson in the low post and Kareem, and actually that has resulted in more layups than the Laker fast break did in number 3.
McKee's shot not there. And another foul in the backcourt. Watch the double team and how LA takes advantage of it.
The Lakers are so great at picking up cutters. As soon as the double team develops, the weak side of the Sonics defense does not adjust. and all of a sudden somebody just streams down the paint. And that's when I was talking about layups. They had about 7 or 8 of those off the double teams in Game 3.
Worthy gets his own funnel and puts it off the glass. Now the full court pressure applied momentarily by Byron Scott.
McMillan starting in this ball game, a very important factor. He runs their half-court offense better than anybody.
Worthy 3 on 4. Johnson for 3. No. Rebound, McMillan. Right side, McDaniel cuts in front of Ellis. Ellis drives by Jabbar. Finger rolling good.
They're out-challenging Ellis's three-point shooting ability. He started to drive a little bit more in the previous game. It looks like he's going to do it here this afternoon.
13-6 Seattle. Jabbar muscled by Lister. Double team again. Jabbar with a hook. McKee with the rebound.
They didn't double Jabbar on that side of the court.
McDaniel. Time has been called by Seattle. 6:46 to go. First quarter, Seattle by 7.
Chevrolet. The companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the rock. And by Miller Lite. When it's Miller Lite, less filling tastes great.
Supersonics down 3 games to none. Jumped off to a 9-0 lead on the shooting of McKee and Ellis. They lead it 13-6 now with 6:46 to go first quarter. Game 3 in the East. Detroit leading Milwaukee 5-1. It looks like a baseball score. Detroit up 2-0. And Chicago, of course, won again today at home. Michael Jordan had a big day. And the Knicks are trailing now 3-1 as the series goes back to New York. McDaniel goes to the free throw line, and this has been a real disparity, the number of free throws shot by either team in the series.
Well, Bernie Bickerstaff was very concerned. He felt that Pat Riley and Magic Johnson have been lobbying in the press before this series even started, to the extent that he quoted Magic as saying, hey, we're ready to play the Sonics. All I have to do is get my shoulder guards and helmet. And he feels that the Sonics were not getting their due up one end of the court when they went to the hoop. So any foul shots taken by the Sonics today, and that's a key thing. How many are they going to shoot?
Give you an idea of the disparity in the first 3 games. The Lakers averaged going to the line 41 times. The Supersonics 23 times. Now there's an explanation for that according to Pat Riley, and that is that Seattle was taking outside shots and not driving to the hoop. Pat Riley in his 8th year. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Riley and the Lakers trying to become the first team since the Celtics in the 60s to win 3 in a row, and the Celtics, of course, won 8 back then. Jabbar's shot not there, and Seattle has an 8-point lead.
McMillan has really the great passing ability to make their offense go. And with that ankle injury forcing him out of lineup, Sedale Three more of a middleman fast break type of point guard. Really didn't run the offense effectively.
Derek McKee over James Worthy.
Taking it to the hoop this afternoon.
This is something Seattle did not do in Game 3. Hit the open shot. Or any kind of shot. They shot 38% for the game. Magic Johnson. Offensive foul. No, travel.
Magic Johnson is such a tough matchup for anybody in the league. He plays point guard, so you put a small guy on with him, and then what does he do? Take him into the low post, and he plays like a center. And the Sonics have had troubles with him in a couple of these games in the series.
Magic, an inexplicable 9 turnovers in Game 3 the other night, and he was most upset with himself. Scored only 10 points, but took only 6 shots in the game. From the baseline, good.
Is a shot that Xavier McDaniel did not hit on Friday night.
It's an 18-6 score. AC Green, Holden Polynice has come in the lineup for Seattle. Xavier McDaniel. Magic Johnson picks him up. McDaniel shoots and hits.
Wise Guy, Wednesday at 10.
Pat O'Brien in New York with another NBA playoff update. Bad news for the already battered Bucks. Larry Krystoyak driving the lane with Bill Laimbeer behind him. Dale Harris is charging a shove. Krystoyak says he simply slipped. His knee is blown. He's out for the game. We'll follow that story. For another injury story, let's now go to Seattle and Leslie Bisson.
Back at the Coliseum, of course, the Sonics are looking for any reason to be optimistic today, and they got one with the return of Nate McMillan, who badly sprained his ankle in Game 3. They have their quarterback back. The team is up 20-6, even though Nate received electrical stimulation right up until game time. As for Xavier McDaniel, who collided with Magic Johnson in Game 3 and needed 3 stitches in his upper lip, Xavier just told me that he's a little bit sore. He doesn't want to catch an elbow, but he's not hampered in any way. Vern?
No, he's certainly not. He's got 5 points so far, and Derek McKee 9.
And more importantly, of those points that Xavier made, he has made a couple of outside shots, and that was what was really missing.
And another early rebounding edge for Seattle, Tom.
That is really the department right now that the Sonics once again have asserted themselves, and a big problem at all times for a Laker team.
Michael Thompson is given Jabbar a rest now. He comes in number 43. Off the pick, Magic Johnson goes by Elvin Pollinace, and he'll shoot for a 3-point play.
Right now, the Lakers are trying to get Magic Johnson more involved in the offense. A little pick-and-roll situation to try and get him into the pack. In the early series games, they were committing hard fouls against Magic, put him to the floor. But here this afternoon, they just kind of bumped him.
4th team foul on Seattle, and Johnson converts the free throw as Bernie Bickerstaff looks on. Again, we'll set the lineups now. Nate McMillan playing on that injured ankle, along with McDaniel. Pollinace is in for Lister. Derek McKee. Ellis comes off the pick. Pump fake. Guarded by Magic Johnson. So they've got Johnson. Now Worthy switches and goes on Ellis. That shot not there. McKee, 2 more.
That time he's just simply overpowered James Worthy. Good offensive rebounding all series, but today they're putting him back in the hoop.
Derek McKee has averaged only 11 points in the playoffs, and he's equaled that now in the first quarter. Another rebound, this one by Ellis. Michael Thompson comes out on McKee. Dale Ellis drives right to the basket.
Everybody challenges Ellis's three-point shooting ability. He's used that to his advantage right now. Great speed to drive to the hoop.
24-9, 3:30 to go, first quarter. If Seattle wins, they go back to Los Angeles for Game 5. Johnson's second three-pointer of the game, no good. Rejected with Scott. Scott over Pollinace, short. Rebound, Seattle. Ellis. McDaniel saves it.
Pushing it hard up the court. After the rebounds to boot, putting pressure on Magic to get back and Worthy to get back.
Ellis in the low post started by Scott, and Scott fouled it. So they are getting those fouls called down low. We are at the Seattle Center Coliseum. Seats 14,500. No sellout today, but the place full, and they are roaring now as Derek McKee's 11 points have propelled Seattle to a 24-9 lead. Orlando Woolridge in the lineup for the Lakers.
Well, Woolridge has really not made a easy adjustment to the Laker offensive scheme of things, but he did play very well Friday night here, and they're hoping that his running and rebounding will help. That's why he's in there right now. Put a big body at the other forward spot to go along with Michael Thompson and A.C. Green.
And for Seattle, Michael Cage, acquired in the offseason from the Clippers, comes into the lineup number 44. So it's Cage on Woolridge now as they bring the ball across the timeline. This is a raucous gymnasium, Coliseum, and it's filled right now with noise. Johnson in the low post, Woolridge. Cage for the foul. Oh!
And they were allowed to get the pass. Woolridge is headed to the hoop, but they positioned up for the charge call.
Johnson on Ellis. McKee with Woolridge guarding him. 2:24 2:45 to go first quarter. Michael Gage started 72 games and then went to the bench in favor of Xavier McDaniel and is now the sixth man. There's a rebound, Los Angeles. Frontline scoring. Seattle leads it by 10. Magic Johnson goes back to the free throw line as Sadale Freak comes in, and he'll give Nate McMillan a rest. Now this really changes the Seattle offense, doesn't it, Tom?
It sure does, because Sadale Freed is not as good a passer as McMillan. He threads the ball, McMillan, to the right people with great timing. Sadale Freed, however, is probably a harder push man for fast break purposes and really makes pretty good decisions in that department. Actually, when Sadale was forced to start in Game 3, the Sonics really run better.
Magic Johnson led the NBA in free throw shooting this year, and he has to settle for 1 of 2 as Seattle is on a 15-3 run. Ellis for 3.
AC Green not quite willing to go out and challenge like Worthy was.
Another Los Angeles timeout. Here for Game 3 on Friday night, and if you put it in terms of a painting, that was anything but a Mona Lisa. It looked more like a Doonesbury. What's the big turnaround for Seattle?
You know, you got to talk about motivation. You know, down 3-zip, you would think that a team might not be willing to want to go back and challenge LA back at the Forum, but I think Bernie Bickerstaff has done an outstanding job of telling his ball players, hey, we've got to play what our style. I was very happy, he said the other day to us, at what we did. We did what we were supposed to do. We just did not shoot well. And today, they're hitting the shots.
Well, one of the keys in Friday night, Tom, was the matchup advantage that the Lakers had, the double team down low.
Well, you see what happens in Kareem going into the low post. And as soon as he gets the ball in the low post, there's a rotation, a double team. Now, they've been using this against Magic Johnson and Kareem, yet holding out on the outside shooters and trying to keep people away close to the basket. But what happens is they open it up to people cutting from the top, and the Lakers have gotten a lot of layups in this series on this type of play. The last time it happened, just before this, Woolrich was called for a charge because one of those weak side defenders of the Sonics stepped in front.
Let's check in with Leslie Visser.
Vern, I just went over and listened to Pat Riley, who's quite angry with the Lakers. He told them, look, we got here as a team. Let's play as a team. I want to see that now at the end of this quarter. Being down 19 points isn't good enough. Back to you, Vern.
You think life in the NBA is a breeze. Yesterday, this team had played 82 regular season games and 6 in the playoffs. Riley had them out here looking at films, gave them a half an hour of chalk talk, and then they worked out for 2 hours.
But the press were peppering him with questions about playing the Phoenix Suns, and he didn't want to look past that whatsoever, and you can see why.
Over and back, Seattle ball. Well, this has been an emotional start for a Seattle team that did not play well Friday. Indeed, has lost 11 in a row to the Lakers in the playoffs.
Now, Cooper's back in the ball game right now for Magic Johnson, and this will be more of a defensive unit out there for the Lakers. Tony Campbell also in.
Tony Campbell on Dale Ellis, as a matter of fact. That change made for defensive purposes. 29-10. Will go to the line.
Now that is the area that Bernie Bickerstaff really was complaining about. He said the Lakers in the prior games, after they gained the possession of the offensive rebound, were fouling or trying to strip our guys of the ball. Today it looks like they're calling those type of fouls once the Sonics gain possession of the offensive rebound.
Dale Ellis, starter for the All-Stars this year. He began his career in Dallas. Misses the first.
They are such a tough team to block out. Here's AC Green trying to guard 2 guys. It goes over the top. He got caught underneath. And there's the foul under as Ellis, their big guard, banging the boards from the outside.
Ellis gets another. McKee goes to the bench. And Ellis hits one or two. Freet, Colonies, Ellis, McDaniel, and Cage on the floor for Seattle now. Woolridge, Campbell, A.C. Green, Michael Thompson, and Michael Cooper on the floor for the Lakers, who trail 30 to 10.
The Lakers have out there one man to handle the ball. Tony Campbell is a forward, and Cooper is going to be put under maximum pressure right now by the Sonics. And just handling it.
Nate McMillan back in the lineup. Dale Ellis gets a rest. He's got 14 first quarter points. Foul on Sadale Freet. Picked up in a trade from Chicago a year ago. One-on-one for Sam Vincent. And Orlando Rovich goes to the lineup.
Here's an interesting story. Really played great in Chicago. Had some problems at New Jersey. Everybody knows the drug situation. But he also had to go from a leading man and really learn the lines of a character actor in addition to going through the withdrawals of the drug rehab and all those attendant problems. So it's not been an easy season for Woolridge.
Another foul. Well, it's interesting if you read stories about the Lakers, it's almost unanimous that Woolridge had a bad year. But Pat Riley told us yesterday, I think part of that's my fault. I was only giving him 6 minutes at a time, and if he didn't play well, I'd yank him. He's the kind of player who needs to get into the flow of the game and play more like 10, 12, 15 minutes.
He could be a big plus for this ball club. Not only in this series, but next year. Great speed and a very strong power forward.
McMillan cuts through two, goes to the lane. Michael Cooper gets it for the Lakers. Offensive foul.
There's the difference between Michael Cooper and Magic Johnson. Magic would have dished it off before the charge happened.
5 Los Angeles turnovers.
It was a 4-on-1 fast break. That should have been a layup for the Lakers.
McDaniel. Once again, Tom, they're going into the lane and they're getting the fouls called.
Without Kareem in there, they feel secure they can go over the top. Thompson's a fairly decent shot blocker, but by going strong to the hoop, Pat Riley, as you said they took 64 outside shots at 103, and the Sonics should not be complaining about not being fouled, but they sure have reversed that here this afternoon.
Michael Thompson gets the foul. McDaniel now with 6 points. And it's again a 20-point Seattle lead. Final 25 seconds of the first quarter of play.
The Lakers are using a forward to bring the ball up.
A.C. Green. Looks like volleyball. Seattle gets it. 3-on-2. McDaniel. A 9-0 start has resulted in a 20-point first quarter lead.
Taste the McDonald's. And by Chrysler. Chrysler believes a luxury car should be a great driving car. At Chrysler, we're driving to be the best.
From this gorgeous city in the Northwest, we conclude another big weekend on CBS for the NBA playoffs. Seattle trying to win its first against the Lakers. They lead by 20, 32-12. Golden State and Chicago have taken 3-1 leads in their respective series. Detroit and Milwaukee playing their game 3 right now. Interesting, Tommy, the Los Angeles Lakers, and you see the Detroit-Milwaukee score. The Lakers went the final 7:38 of Game 3 without scoring a field goal here Friday night. They hit 4 of 20 in the first quarter here.
Well, their offense is not functioning quite obviously. Their low post guy, Kareem, did not really get it off and going. They look to him. He used to be 80% of their half-court offense. More is going to be expected of Magic Johnson when he gets back in this game. But the Sonics right now are keeping the sword to the throat of the Lakers with this full-court pressure.
That ball will be Los Angeles as Sadeo Freet on the trap knocks it out of bounds. Check this lineup now on the floor for the Lakers. Campbell, A.C. Green, Michael Cooper, who tips it out of bounds, Michael Thompson, and Orlando Woolridge. Is that lineup a surprise?
It certainly is. But right now, Michael Cooper and Campbell in the backcourt do not have the finesse to beat the press, I don't think. And that's quite obvious right now. But this may be their best defensive team on the court.
McDaniel for three.
Not when you're shooting like that from dead in the corner.
A 23-point lead. Michael Cooper guarded by McDaniel. Looks for the cutter, settles for Michael Thompson, who throws it away. That's 7 Los Angeles turnovers.
You would have difficulty doubling Kareem or Magic because they're such great passers, but Michael Thompson not a great passer, nor James Worthy.
Derek McKee comes back into the lineup for Seattle. Nice fake down McDaniel. 2 more. (37-12). Cooper. Nice defensive job by Cage. He saves it. McKee with McDaniel right side.
See a good out pass. Cooper, a good shot blocker, tries to take the angle away from McDaniel, but it's happening for the X-Man.
McDaniel has 14 points and another rebound. Great pass.
What a play by McKee. And Pat Riley knows that it's a tidal wave. Look at that. That is a power move.
Watch it and admire it.
Way over the top of Woolridge.
Free throw no good, but the rebound Seattle. And it'll be Sonics ball.
This looks like a lot of pent-up emotion being released here. Frustration for the 3 prior games. And Bernie has really focused it like a laser beam on the Lakers.
Derek McKee throws it away. The interesting thing to me is that we talked about Pat Riley's 2-hour workout yesterday. Bernie Bickerstaff opened his practice to the press for the first time all year and cut practice short by an hour.
Well, he made it fun, and he didn't put a lot of pressure on his players, saying we got to do this and do that. All he said is we got to shoot better. So all they did was stand around and shoot outside shots and joke around. This is a loose club coming in this afternoon.
Michael Thompson gets only the 5th field goal for the Lakers. McDaniel, another one. Tony Campbell gets 2 for the Lakers. 43-16. I can just see folks around the country coming home from a Mother's Day picnic and turning this on and falling on the floor in a faint. 43-16.
Pat Riley's just hoping that the Sonics run out of emotion a little bit before halftime and they can get it down around 10 or 15 points. And that's why he's playing with this unit right now, and they're not trying to use his first unit to try and catch up, as Magic's been on the bench for quite a while.
43-16. Time has been called. 9:34 remaining in the first half. Seattle up 43-16. Let's check in with Leslie Visser.
You know, when a team is down 3 games to none in a series, they're looking for any edge. Well, Seattle has an unusual thing, kind of a culinary tact. A local chef here in town at the 13 Coins restaurant says that when Xavier McDaniel comes in and orders fresh trout, the team plays really well. He's not the only one. A team spokesman said that when Dale Ellis has Pacific Northwest salmon, the team has gone 19-2. Well, obviously, they're up by 27 points. They both had fresh fish. Maybe it'll beat the Laker fast break. Burn?
Not much question what they had to eat last night, if that holds up.
Spaghetti.
No, that was the Lakers who had spaghetti. 43-16. Seattle hitting 65% on 17 of 26 from the field. Detroit up by 4 over Milwaukee. And the Lakers 6 of 25.
Now, when you are facing a situation like this, Pat Riley has been through this so many times. Keep you cool. He's using his second-line players to try and sap the emotion of the Sonics a little bit. Perhaps at halftime, sometimes you lose that extra energy that produced that big lead. He's just hoping to get within bounds right now of the Sonics without wasting the energies of Magic Johnson or Kareem.
What would be a reasonable goal for the Lakers by halftime?
If they get it down to 15, 12 points, that would be sensational.
Michael Thompson. McKee goes down to double. Tip is up and in. James Worthy gets the basket.
There's a natural tendency when a team gets up big to try and let down themselves, start to go freelance, one-on-one.
McDaniel. James Worthy with the foul. Offensive rebound.
Here's the offensive rebound. And look at all those guys fighting for position. And all of a sudden, McDaniel comes up with it, but that's the area that Bernie was talking about, reaching in as you try to go up for a shot. Lakers got caught that time. I think he's going out for trout. I think he's going out for whitefish, salmon. What else they got out here? Crab legs, everything.
And a little halibut just for the halibut. 8:25 to go. In the first half. Campbell, that's a three-pointer.
Here's a guy, pretty interesting player, Tony Campbell. He can hit the outside shot, pretty decent rebounder, but he's behind James Worthy and now Woolrich.
Derek McKee. And Woolrich with a foul, so McKee goes to the line. Magic Johnson comes back into the lineup after an extended rest. 3 fouls on Orlando Woolrich, but he does stay in the game. Cooper goes to the bench.
Now, Pat Riley really trying to sense the emotion of this ball game to see if they're still sky high. Magic, I think the offense will turn on Magic, but this man at the foul line, Derek McKee, is quite a matchup for the Lakers to come up and match with. Can play inside or outside. Great shooter on the outside and great dribbling skills to get him close to the hoop.
47-21. Technical foul. Pat Riley. Jake O'Donnell teed him up.
That might be one of those technical fouls to change the emotion of the game a little bit for his team and perhaps influence the official. He's not above that.
Dale Ellis gets the technical free throw. The technical called on Pat Riley. Welcome those of you who've been watching Detroit and Milwaukee. 8:02 to go here in the first half. Seattle up 48-21. And Seattle is going to take a 20-second timeout. Supersonics jumped off to a 9-0 lead. They propelled that, or used that, propelled themselves to a 32-12 first quarter lead. And the lead got as high as 29-41-12 on 65% shooting.
Well, that's the difference between this game and game on Friday night, is that the Sonics are just simply sizzling. And I think They attacked inside. Ellis got off to a quick start in the low post. They got Worthy playing defense on the baseline, so he couldn't get into the fast break an awful lot. And they just started dominating the glass at both ends of the court.
Check the lineups again. It's Worthy, Magic Johnson, Orlando Woolridge playing with 3 fouls. Campbell, three-pointer. Illegal defense is called. That's the first. Bernie Bickerstaff said, we're not thinking about winning 4 in a row. The task is to simply win one game and extend the series.
Now, this might be the biggest team other than using Kareem in it, but they've got Magic at the guard, 6'9", Campbell, who used to be a quick forward. That's all an attempt to control the boards and still be able to score.
Michael Thompson got the last basket. Worthy gets this air ball. Lead is 25, 48-23. Lakers have won 6 in a row in the playoffs when their last 5 in regular season. So they're on an 11-game streak.
Now, there's a lot of confidence being expressed right now in Tony Campbell. Magic's looking for him all over the court. Trying to work the matchup. Tony Campbell being defended by Ellis.
Millen on Johnson. McKee on Worthy. Got the roll.
I'm surprised they don't end up doubling Worthy more than they do.
Yeah, they spend the time doubling on Johnson and Jabbar much more so. Time has been called by Seattle as Jabbar looks on. 48-25.
Let's go, Big Ox.
We're concluding the third weekend of the NBA playoffs on CBS. Thus far, the Suns have won 3 straight on the road. The Lakers 66-15 in the first rounds in this decade. And neither Los Angeles nor Detroit has lost a game thus far in the playoffs. The Lakers in trouble in that category this afternoon. Mother's Day around the country. And for a special Mother's Day wish, here's the Magic Man. With 4 points so far in this game.
Bernie Bickerstaff's strategy is to cut down on Magic's shot attempts and to make them pass the ball. Well, Magic never really got a chance to do anything. They were so overwhelmed with the emotion of the Sonics early in this ballgame.
Again, the Sonics jumped out to a 9-0 lead. 20-point lead at the end of the first quarter, 32-12. Largest lead of the game was 29. That was at 41 to 12 at the 10-minute mark. Lister back at the lineup now for Seattle. Turnaround jump shot off the side of the rim. Magic Johnson comes down with it.
Magic may be their best defensive rebounder.
Johnson and Campbell in the backcourt. Thompson, Woolridge, and Worthy on the floor for Los Angeles. Michael Thompson. Shooting woes continue for the Lakers. Nate McMillan.
In essence, what the Lakers have on the court right now are 5 forwards.
Foul on Tony Campbell. AC Green checks back in. Orlando Woolridge gets a red. Playoffs continue next weekend here on CBS. On Saturday, a Western Conference playoff. That's at 3:30 Eastern time, and on Sunday, an Eastern Conference game starting at 1 o'clock Eastern and at halftime of the Sunday game, the 1989 NBA Draft Lottery live from New York City. Dale Ellis gets 1. He's got 16, McDaniel 18, and McKee 15 to lead the Sonics. Ellis acquired from Dallas one of the more lopsided trades in this decade, even up for Al Wood. And Al Wood's out of the league. Dale Ellis blossomed from the bench in Dallas to an all-star in Seattle. Johnson, 2.
That's what they're going to do. Get it to Magic, hope they can bring him back.
But there's the answer from McKee at the other end.
All the Lakers were at baseline to keep people out of the way from Magic, and when that happens, I just think getting up the court. Nobody back there to protect against the fast break. Sonics very alert to that opportunity.
You know, you said something I found interesting when talking about these two teams, and a lot of folks around the country might be surprised at this. In your mind, Seattle has a better group of athletes than the Lakers.
Well, I think they've got a better bench. They certainly have a better rebounding team. They don't have as much inside scoring punch. If you think of Kareem of 5 years ago, but they may have just as good now with Kareem at age 42.
McKee, another foul. 15 fouls called on the Lakers in the first.
Bernie Bickerstaff missed 10 games of the season this year with an ulcer, and I'm sure that the prior 3 games were working on it, but today this is like milk of magnesia, this game for that ulcer.
Remember that stat we gave you in the first quarter about the Lakers at the line 41 times and Seattle 23 on a per-game average? Seattle is now 14 of 21 from the line. The Lakers are 4 of 5.
Well, they haven't been able to get the ball in close to the hoop.
Followed by Thompson is good.
I think Seattle has been a little bit more intelligent about when to foul in this game than in all the other games combined.
Double on McDaniel. He goes right, misses the shot. Magic Johnson comes up with it. Spin move, dish, Thompson.
There it is, going straight up the court, grabs the rebound. That's what makes the Lakers fast break work, is Magic really plays a power forward on defense, comes up with the rebound. The break starts immediately. Their best ball handler has the ball in his hands. Look at all those people out in front, and allows him to get up to the foul line to create that passing opportunity.
Thompson misses the chance for a three-point play. 54-31, under 5 minutes to go, first half. Over the head of Derek McKee.
Nate McMillan just threw that thing with so much sizzle on it. It would have burned McKee's fingers if he caught it.
Holden Polynice comes back in. Alton Lister heads to the end of the bench. So for Seattle, it's McMillan, McDaniel, Ellis, Polynice, and McKee on the court. Jabbar has been on the bench since early in the game for the Lakers. Worthy. They double Worthy. Taken away by Seattle.
Tony Campbell, really a quick forward play in the 2-spotted guard. Not quite as sure-fisted a ball handler.
Kicked out of bounds. Sadale 3. Byron Scott re-entered the lineup. Detroit up by 9 as they try and go up 3 games to none in their series.
Byron Scott back in the lineup to try and put a little bit more passing into this, plus some outside shooting at the guard position as Campbell goes to the bench.
4 minutes to go, first half. Lakers lead the series 3 games to none. The trail in this one, 54-31. Tipped away by Michael Thompson. Loose ball picked up by Worthy. 3-on-1. Byron Scott.
And Scott, when he is in the middle of the fast break, is quite a load to cover. He can go strong or pull up and shoot the jumper or make good passes.
Pat Riley and the Lakers have shaved 8 off of what was a 29-point lead.
Now get 0% financing or $300 to $2,000 cash back on LeBaron.
3:38 to go first half, and because she is so special, we're going to get Magic Johnson one more chance to say Happy Mother's Day to his mom.
Well, to the greatest mom in the world, I love you dearly. Happy Mother's Day, and not only to my mom, but all the moms. You're so special. And remember, we only get one. So cherish her and love her, and just happy Mother's Day to all.
Nicely put. Happy Mother's Day to my mom in Omaha, Nebraska.
And to my mom, too, in Secaucus, New Jersey.
3:38 to go. First half, Seattle up 54-33. Largest lead of the game, 29-41-12. Lakers hit 4 of 20 in the first quarter of play. Check the lineups now for the Lakers: Johnson and Michael Thompson, A.C. Green, Worthy, and Byron Scott. And for Seattle, Nate McMillan, McDaniel, Derek McKee, Jerry Reynolds is checked in, number 35, and Olden Polynice.
That emotion that they started with is out of the ball game right now, and it's going to really end up in the favor of the Lakers to play their type of basketball right now. They just got overwhelmed with adrenaline.
At the half, Detroit leads Milwaukee. We've got 3:10 to go as well. 24-second violation. McKee, as Thompson misses the shot. Polynice can't grab this rebound.
Starting to miss a little bit. Few rebounds. Up the Lakers come with a fast break opportunity.
Dale Ellis re-enters the game now for the Supersonics, replacing Nate McMillan. Michael Cooper comes in, replacing Michael Thompson. Golf returns next Saturday, live 2 o'clock Eastern Time from Colonial Country Club, the Southwestern Bell Colonial. Third round coverage on CBS. Ben Crenshaw, Curtis Strange, Tom Kite among those scheduled to compete in that third round coverage.
I think the Lakers have played like a heavyweight championship fighter. Who's going in a guy the first time and taking his best shot. They're trying to take the match over right now. Play with a lot of poise here, even though they're down.
Well, you can sense that enthusiasm gone from the emotional run that the Supersonics had. That's a good ball. It was tipped by the Lakers. The shot clock at 3. Dale Ellis has to throw up a wild shot. A.C. Green for the Lakers. Worthy. 54-37. The lead is down to 17.
They worked it around beautifully for the wide open shot.
It's a 10-0 Los Angeles run. So that 29-point lead has disappeared. 1:45 to go before halftime. Late ball.
The Sonics really have gotten away from the inside game early that produced a big lead.
Welcome, those of you who've been watching the Detroit-Milwaukee game. The Los Angeles Lakers, the defending world champions, are on a 12-0 run. And they have shaved what was a 29-point lead. Right, a 29-point lead. Down to a 15-point lead as Polynice and Cooper mix it up. But time has been called by Seattle. Bernie Bickerstaff. Bring you up to date on what has transpired here. Seattle playing with great emotion in the first half. Jumped out to a 20-point first quarter lead. Lakers thus far, Tommy, 39% to Seattle's 54%. McKee with 20 points. And Los Angeles has got 15 points off the bench.
Seattle simply just came out and wailed at the Lakers with emotion. A lot of adrenaline, ran faster, jumped higher, and really controlled the boards. And I think the Lakers, with their composure, has really hung in this ball game beautifully. And a lot of pushing going on all over the place, underneath the boards, and just before timeouts, as people start to say, I don't like what you look like. And that's what it gets down to the playoffs. I don't look like what you look like.
It was A.C. Green, who is a lay preacher in the offseason, not turning the other cheek, instead of Michael Cooper. Bring you up to date in the Western brackets now. Lakers can become the first team to go into the conference final victory today. Phoenix already up 3-1 in their series against Golden State. And let's check in with Leslie Visser.
I just listened to Bernie Bickerstaff speak to the Sonics, and he said to them, look, guys, don't get tentative. You got the same shots and the same drives, so do what you did before. Vern?
Lakers on a 12-0 run, and Seattle has gone cold from the field, Tom. They've only hit one of their last 10.
Well, they are erratic as shooters, but they did get McKee. They got Ellis down the low post early in this ball game. They've gotten away for that strategy. They have come with a much smaller lineup to match the Lakers' all-forward lineup. And they've used for quite a few minutes.
Offensive foul. Jerry Reynolds, that's his first.
But the Lakers have got Scott in there and now Cooper, so they've gone even smaller with better ball handlers at all the positions.
What is the largest lead you remember either losing or overcoming?
I can remember one time we were down 42 points when I played with the Celtics. Ended up winning. I don't remember if it was a playoff game or not.
42?
Yeah, but this team, the Lakers, have been through this before. They're not really phased by this rush whatsoever. They've kept their composure, and they're climbing back into this thing. You don't have to play perfect basketball to beat them down the stretch. They're back in it.
10 minutes ago, you said when they were down 29, if they got to within 15 at the half, they'd be in great shape.
Absolutely, and there's Magic getting a chance to go into his number.
This is the shot. We've got 22 seconds to go in the half. Avery Johnson, number 5, is in the lineup in his first playoffs ever in the NBA, and he throws it away.
Avery's the guy that put his pants on one game backwards, and when he was told, they formed a huge puddle for him to rechange the pants.
This is Avery Johnson out of Southern University, made their Seattle Clubs a free agent, number 5. Nice shot, James Worthy.
And spreading out, the Sonics defense is creating gaps to drive to the hoop.
The Los Angeles Lakers end the half with a 16-0 run. That's the end of the half with our score 54-43 Seattle.
Ernie, you shot better, you got to the line, and even though you let a monstrous lead slide a little bit, you have to be happy with the first half.
It's inevitable when you play a team like the Lakers that they aren't going to make a run, and there are usually 3 spurts in a basketball game, and you try to get 2 out of 3 of them. We lost some of our intensity going down the stretch because we missed a couple good shots, but we got to go out because traditionally the Lakers have played very well against us in this third quarter, so we got to go out and try to capture their hearts.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Field goal percentage, the Lakers started off 5 of 20 in the first quarter. They've improved immensely on that. Seattle still leads. Bench scoring, Lakers have 15. No points off the bench to Seattle so far. Thompson has 8. And offensive rebound, Seattle still has an edge at 12-9. And at the half, the key scorers, Worthy with 14. Derek McKee has 20, which is 9 over his playoff average thus far. And we're underway with half number 2.
Bernie Bickerstaff was exactly right. The Lakers do not give up their heart that easily, and the Sonics want to come out with the same type of intensity that they exhibited in the first quarter.
Johnson dishes it back to Scott. Pump fake, puts it up. Long rebound, tipped out to McDaniel. 1-on-2. So McDaniel pulls up. McMillan and Ellis, along with McDaniel, Alvin Lister, and Derek McKee on the court for Seattle. Byron Scott, James Worthy, A.C. Green, Jabbar back in the lineup, and Magic Johnson for the Lakers.
And right back to the game plan that worked so well in the early part of the first quarter. Get it down into the paint in the low post. And McKee, great matchup to work against James Worthy that time.
Derek McKee with 22 points now, the second-year man from Alabama. Rejected by Lister.
Great defense that time by the Sonics. They made Kareem bring it back to them.
Dallas 3-pointer too strong. McKee with a rebound. Another offensive rebound for Seattle.
Shot selection, I think, is going to be very important for the Sonics here.
That rims out. Lakers get it. And it's off of Lister. It'll be Los Angeles.
One of the things the Lakers do, as opposed to the Sonics, the Lakers work matchups. They pick on certain people. They say, there's the weakness, we're going to attack The Sonics just look for the best shot. If I'm open, I'm taking a shot. So a little bit different offensive approach. And I think that will enable the Lakers to crawl back into this thing a little bit more. The Sonics really have to start hitting.
That was the 9th Los Angeles turnover. Turnovers are 9-8. 56-43, opening moments in the third quarter. Seattle in the first 9 points of the game. They led by 20 at the end of the first half. Here's Dale Thomas, man of the first quarter. And another rebound for the Sonics.
Lister got called for the foul, trying to establish low post position. And Alton Lister over the years has come up with those type of fouls that all you can say is they are dumb fouls.
Got caught with another one. He got caught with a couple of those the other night when he gets into a wrestling match with Barr. 9:54 to go, third quarter. Still with only one, with no points in the game. Ellis.
Just the fact that the Sonics look to work on Magic in the low post, enable Ellis to get open.
Good pass over to Worthy. Under to A.C. Green. McDaniel gets the foul. A.C. Green will shoot 2. McDaniel will argue the case with Jacob Arnold and not win.
Magic Johnson is so aware of who's guarding whom on the court at all times and spacing and position of players. He's the best of the game and maybe has been for the last 15 years.
A.C. Green gets the first of the free throws. Green with 5 points now. Defense. That one doesn't fall. How much he's improved his low post defense in the last couple of years.
Well, if you're going to play him as a power forward defender, he better learn how to play in the low post. But the secret to the Lakers fast break is that Magic now can play there, is perhaps their best defensive rebounder, and the ball gets in his hands on the rebound. The break starts then.
Foul is on James Worthy. That's his third. 9:09 to go, third quarter. Short, Jabbar rebound.
Good defense that time by Kareem, right on Lister's shooting hand.
That is Jabbar's first rebound of the game, and he's still looking for his first point of the game. His points now in his 20th year in the league have gone to his minutes, rather. Shot rims out. Jabbar gets his first 2 following the offensive rebound.
42 years old, huh?
Yeah. Well, Riley said we expect him to play significantly as the playoffs continue, and he had his best game of this year in the third game against Portland when he scored a season-high 22 points. But his minutes, I was going to say, have gone down about 5 now, from 26 a year ago to 21 this year in his final season. Ellis is fouled.
Looked like a good block from where we're sitting. Drawn drive as Ellis tries to cramp it, but Kareem right there looked like he had nothing but ball. Here you're going to see it from another angle. But Kareem with quickness right there, and that's ball, baby.
Bad call, you say?
I'd say so.
Ellis gets first.
But there's a rubber pad underneath the basket, and the baseline official sometimes looking up into that area can't really see what goes on.
59-46, the lead is 13, and that domination at the free throw line in terms of numbers of throws continues for Seattle. First time that's happened in the series. Illegal defense called. And that is the second. That will result in a technical. Magic Johnson goes to the line. Here's a man who led the NBA in free throw shooting this year, among all the other attributes he has. And he was so embarrassed the other night, he missed a technical.
You could see the leadership ability of Magic Johnson when after the ball game, he knew he played a lousy game and put all the blame on his own shoulders. And teammates look at that and say, what a guy. He's a star and he's talking like that. That's catchy stuff.
Double team on Magic. Jabbar not ready for the pass, and it goes out of bounds. 10 Los Angeles turnovers. 7:54 to go.
Well, they didn't expend too much of Kareem's energy in the first half, so he ought to be able to contribute here in the second half.
Worthy on Ellis. Green on McDaniel. Jabbar with the rebound. Inside position on Lister. But Jabbar was on the line. Seattle ball.
One of the things you got to do against a fast team is stay all over the rebounder so they don't get a quick outlet pass. And that time Lister pushed them practically off the court.
Technical foul called on the bench of Los Angeles. I'm not sure whether it was on Pat Riley or Bill Burtka. It might have been the assistant.
Bill Burtka's perspective of that play, he was right on the baseline. They give him a coach to cool down. We're looking through a whole bunch of legs right now to see what's happening. A lot of concerned people over there. The trainer is over there talking to him.
There's Bill Burtka, longtime assistant for Pat Riley. And it was a technical foul on Burtka, on Riley.
They just gave him a pill.
Calm him down. They're still attending to it.
And there's doctors over there talking to Bill Burtka.
Inbound the ball with a 61-47 lead. Switch back as Johnson gets on McDaniel. Let's move over to Jabbar. Johnson with a rebound. Bill Burtka is going to go to the Los Angeles locker room. Magic backs into the low post, tries to hook. Jabbar with a tip, and it's good.
They went over to try and cut off Magic Johnson. That freed up Kareem, and did he take advantage of that least little of openings?
61-49. It was a 29-point Seattle lead early in the second quarter. And a foul underneath. Lister will go to the free throw line.
McMillan's limping.
Time has been called. 6:58 to go in the quarter.
There's only one leader.
6:58 to go. Third quarter, game 4 of the Western Conference semis. Let's check in with Leslie Visser.
Vern, I just spoke with Laker team doctor, Dr. Kurland, and he said that Bill Burtka was so shocked at the technical that it affected his heart. Dr. Kurland said he gave him 2 nitroglycerin pills, and they brought the coach off the floor to go into the locker room, calm him down a little bit. Vern?
All right, Leslie, and we'll keep track on Bill Burtka and certainly hope he's going to be all right.
Well, Bill Burtka has really been a great assistant coach, and I emphasize great for the Lakers. Very involved in the whole game strategy and the planning of the game plan. So, I'm sure Pat Riley would not like to see him have a prolonged absence in that locker room.
Abdul-Jabbar with 3 fouls. Picked up the last one, and Alton Lister will go to the free throw line.
2 shots for Alton Lister.
The Lakers have been very successful in taking away a lot of the fast break opportunities of the Sonics. And the Sonics may be reduced to more half-court basketball. So it's not going to be, it looks like to me, a Williamson type of play. Lakers can be very selective about when they fast break.
Dale Ellis got caught shoving off, and he knew it. One of these comes back into the lineup now for Seattle, number 23. And Alton Lister will leave, limping a little bit, Tommy, as he gets to the bench.
And McMillan was limping during that timeout also. He was instrumental in really delivering the ball to the shooters where they wanted it in that first quarter.
Johnson, Scott, along with Worthy, Green, and Jamar on the court to the Lakers. Scott. Johnson with the rebound.
There he is, one way or another.
6:33 to go, third quarter, 62-51. The lead is 11. That's where it stood at the half. McMillan with Byron Scott. Garrett McGee, 20 in the first half. McMillan, three-pointer. Short. Hollis for two.
Now there's a man that really has active feet on the offensive rebound and big shoulders to ward people off to put it back in.
McMillan gets a hand up and knocks it out of bounds as Johnson tried the baseball pass. 71-55, Detroit going for its third in a row over Milwaukee.
Lister knows how to defend Kareem a little bit better than Polonese does, but
here's Ellis.
Every once in a while you bring the ball from one side to the other automatically without looking, and steals happen.
McDaniel on the trap, kicks it out of bounds. At the conclusion of today's game, Tom and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the Game in conjunction with that award. Light Beer will present a check in the amount of $1,000 in players named of the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Jamar, there's the double again. There's the cutter again.
Second cutter. Good look by Kareem. First, the cutter took the defender out of there, and Worthy just slid in right behind it.
5:27 to go. Dale Ellis rimmed out. Ball no good. Jamar. Redwoods falling indoors. As Green and Jamar. McKee.
They call it on McKee, but it looks more like one of the Lakers pulled McKee down.
Sedale Street replaces Nate McMillan in the backcourt now for the Supersonics. This is the Seattle team which was the surprise of the playoffs 2 years ago and faced the Lakers in the playoffs where they lost 4 in a row.
Xavier McDaniel is going up and challenge Magic Johnson. He's going to play a big guard defender. Caught on a switch that time. That leaves Magic on Sedale. Three.
Short. Scott rebound. Long. Polonese way up in the air.
Has a little adrenaline pump from the bench.
And Olden Polonese urges the crowd on after making the spectacular rebound. Lakers get the air ball. 53.
The reason the Sonics have Xavier McDaniel defending against Magic is so Magic can't go in a low post, but Magic knows he's got a tricky advantage on McDaniel. He'll take it strong to the hoop. He can get by McDaniel on the dribble.
Watch foul by McKee, and then McKee and Johnson exchange words. Rodney said that in practice, because of the Supersonics reputation, he had his blue team foul his gold team every time they went to the basket.
Just to get mentally ready for what he thought was going to be a physical series.
Johnson gets the most. It's back to an 11-point margin, 66-55. Three, along with McDaniel, Dale Ellis, who pops out. McKee on the other side. Matched up with Johnson. There's the trap by Cooper. Skip pass, McDaniel. Rebound. To go third quarter. Jabbar over Polonese.
Polonese, not with the great experience on the half-inch type of defense that you need to have to defend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Let's Kareem get an easy.
Here's an example of that contact, Tommy, we were talking about with Derek McKee.
The object is don't give him a layup, a three-point play. Make it a hard foul. Make him think twice about going in there. But smile and all, Magic has got a lot of courage, baby, and he's not worried about going in there. He can dish it out, and he can take it.
Of course, we've got more NBA playoffs and golf next Saturday. The third round of the Southwestern Bell Colonial next Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. And then a Western Conference NBA playoff game for you next Saturday at 3:30. And on Sunday, at halftime of our Eastern Conference game, the NBA Draft Lottery of 1989. For the first time since early in the ball game, the lead is now single digits. It's 66-57. The lead is 9.
And the Sonics more and more today half-court offense, and McDaniel has cooled off from the outside. He was hitting those shots. And the further you go into a game, I think McDaniel's outside shooting gets effective.
At the 10-minute mark, with 10 to go in the half, it was 41-12 in favor of Seattle. And the Lakers have now shaved 22 points off that lead.
That double team and layup. Well, I'll tell you, they've got more layups off that double teaming than I've seen in a long time.
Holidays, yes.
That rattled the hoop.
Ellis and A.C. Green shoving each other. Worthy outside, got it. James Worthy, who was the most valuable player in the finals a year ago, always seems to elevate his game in the spring. He's got 20. Down low, Magic on McKee. Jabbar with a rebound.
Why McKee could have turned strong to the hoop and gone up on Magic. Took the ball away.
The trap on Johnson, he gets it to Worthy and then gets it back.
One of the little things that players do, that 5 or 6 of those and you lose the lead.
Cooper for 3. Final 2 minutes in the third quarter.
And the Sonics not really looking to push it hard at the defense.
Great by the pitch of Colonies. The shot is not there. Worthy. Johnson. Gets away. Sadale 3. Jabbar waits. Great season and retreats.
They had one man open.
Ellis for 3. Timeout Los Angeles.
Pat O'Brien in New York City with another NBA playoff update. In the third quarter, Detroit has put it all together. They are shooting 78% in the third. Mahorn has 11, Isaiah 23. By the way, for Milwaukee, Larry Krystoyak will have surgery tomorrow on that left knee. Let's go back to Seattle. And Vern and Tommy, gentlemen, it's yours.
All right, Patrick, here at the Seattle Center Coliseum, let's check in with Leslie Visser again.
Vern, for an update on assistant coach Bill Burtka. He was back in the Laker locker room being attended to by team physicians. Dr. Lombardo said that he's a little lightheaded, but they think he's going to be fine. Of course, he had to leave the game anyway after the 2 technicals, but he was aided back to the locker room, and they think he'll be fine. Vern?
All right, Les, Pat Riley, that'll be good news to him. He can get back on the bench.
And his wife, Salvi, I'm sure. She's a lovely lady.
Magic Johnson whips it around to Green, then finds Orlando Woolrich, who's back in the lineup. Johnson gets the loose ball and cans it.
The secret to making comebacks is peck away, peck away. Don't try to get them back in bunches. Just 2 at a time and dig in defensively.
What about the energy you expend in trying to get coming back?
I think one of the great things Pat Riley did was that second unit in the first half an awful lot in that first half comeback. Kareem played a lot of minutes here in this third quarter. And Magic didn't play an awful lot in the first half. But they need a couple of fast break opportunities. They can't stop running if they're there.
Fouls on Sedale, 3. 15 foul in the quarter. Turnovers now, the Lakers 14, Seattle 11. We're in the final minute of quarter number 3. Well, you look back in that second period when they were down by 29. He had Tony Campbell on the court. He had Orlando Woolridge. He was playing, as you said, with 5
forwards to try and bang the boards and have some quickness in there. And right now, Bernie Bickerstaff is trying to find the right combination. One of the things they're not doing is really on rebounds, pushing it up the court and attacking the Laker defense. So they're not getting any easy baskets, and they're forced more to their half-court set than they were in the first half.
Michael Cooper gets them both, and it's a 6-point edge now, 71-65. This is as close as the Lakers have been since it was 7-0 in the first minute and a half. Sedale 3, McMillan. Ellis is getting away. Michael Cage is back on the floor with Polynice and McKee in the fast run away. McMillan a little too strong.
Right idea, but he's been throwing high, hard ones to everybody from one side of the court to the other. So a couple of games he's been out, the little he's played, he perhaps is not quite sharp.
Magic Johnson with McKee. Michael Thompson, there's a switch, and McMillan, there's a mismatch of Thompson over McMillan. Can't hit the shot, however. Quickly left side, McKee.
Good ball movement that time by McMillan as the Lakers defense overreacted.
McKee's got 24. Freeze. No good. It came after the buzzer. The three-point basket does not count. Watch the clock.
Here's the shot coming up as the clock is going down. Never released, and the light was off on the right of your screen before the ball was ever released by A.C. Green.
That's the end of the third quarter with our score, 73-65. We return to this message and a word from your local station.
Join us Monday. Celebrate Nevada.
Welcome back to the Coliseum at Seattle Center in Seattle, Washington, where the Los Angeles Lakers have climbed back in it, one time trailing by 29 points in the first half. Vern Lundquist and Tommy Heinsohn, and this has been a very competitive game, Tom, since about midway through quarter number 2.
It sure has. Once the adrenaline ran out a little bit, and the Sonics got them off to that big lead, the Lakers, like true champions, have pecked away and gotten back into this thing.
Trap in the corner, and ball reversal. Sedale 3. Shot clock is down to 5. McDaniel, doubled by Woolridge, gets it over him. And another rebound offensively for Seattle. Sedale 3 will not take the shot.
Lakers have a good defensive scheme on McDaniel. Anytime he starts to head into the paint, or they run a second man at him, make him turn, take the jump shot.
Polynice. Rebound. Los Angeles. 65, Detroit leads Milwaukee. They try enough to go up 3-0. The Lakers are trying to climb out of the hole and win this series in a sweep, 4 games to none. But this has been the toughest of the 4. Skip pass, Michael Cooper for 3. McDaniel gets the rebound. Nate McMillan. And let's see what they do down in the corner. This time it's Worthy on McDaniel. Woolridge with the rebound.
They're going to try and fly in on the shooting touch of McDaniel, and he's ice cold right now.
Turnover. Michael Cooper. No basket. Lakers lead this one 3-0. Phoenix already up 3-1 over Golden State as the Suns have won 3 road games in a row. Dale Ellis back in the lineup. So is Michael Cage. Here's Ellis off the Cage pick. Short. Cooper right at the spot.
Nothing inside going to the basket. Looking for fouls. Just like there you go with the Lakers taking it strong to the hoop.
A.C. Green switches hands with the ball while he's in the air, but misses the shot. He will shoot a couple.
In the playoffs, when you start really counting on having to hit your inside shot coming down the stretch, it's such a rigorous ball game, particularly on defense. As your legs start to go, you get a little tired, and you start to front rim it. You got to diversify your offense a little bit so you can get some baskets going to the hoop or in close to the basket. I think the Lakers know how to do that a little bit better than perhaps the Sonics.
A.C. Green, and 26 to go. Michael Thompson, Green, Woolridge, Worthy, and Cooper for the Lakers. 73-67. McMillan playing on an injured ankle and playing well with the exception of a couple there in the middle. McDaniel guarded this time by Michael Thompson. There's a switch and A.C. Green picks it. McMillan goes right by Woolridge, but then Worthy was there. Saved by the Sonics. Ellis for 3. McDaniel on Woolridge. Skip pass. McMillan.
Hurt his ankle.
Lakers call a 20-second timeout. McMillan's hurt his ankle.
McDaniel spotted him on the weak side all along. Strong cram, and as he landed, he re-injured that ankle, or at least he got a twinge. You saw him grimacing going off the court. But he is their half-court point guard. He gets their half-court offense going. There's another angle, as he has to go up over a couple of big guys, particularly Worthy, so he had to fully extend himself. Look at that face. Oh, that hurt.
Again, that ankle was injured at the 6-minute mark of the second game. He did not come back and play in that game, and Sadeo Freed had to start for him on Friday night. McMillan did play 16 minutes, but he elected to start today, and he's still in the lineup. Cooper with 3. Gets a pick from Woolridge. 9:45 to go. Back to Cooper. Quick pass to Worthy. He's got 22.
They're just moving the ball from side to side, getting the Sonics defense to commit, and swinging it quickly to an open man on the reverse side.
Magic Johnson getting ready to come back into the Laker lineup. Sadeo Freed. Quickly around to Ellis. Down in the low post, A.C. Green. Guarding Xavier McDaniel. Turnaround jumper. Cooper takes the rebound away from McMillan.
He was driving strong in the first half. Now everything's a fall away.
And the Lakers can get to within 4 for the first time since they trailed 5-0. And that eventually became a 9-0 lead. Michael Thompson will shoot a couple.
His fourth.
88-69 Detroit. The lead here is a little smaller. Seattle up by 6. Lakers started cold, but they're out shooting Seattle in this half. Derek McKee had 14 of those 24 points in the first quarter, and L.A. has had the better of the bench. They still trail by 6. Tom Heinsohn, what do you look for in the final 8:51 of the game?
Well, I think the Lakers are really going to pick the best matchup they feel they can take advantage of. That's their history. The Sonics are going to come out here, and they're going to try and have their best shooters taking the shot. That may not be the best matchup to attack. The outside shooting right now has gone cold for the Sonics. They've got to develop an inside game. They're trying to get McKee back in the ball game, I believe. They had a good matchup to use him in a low post against Magic Johnson or James Worthy. So I think the Sonics need to get inside a little bit, and they probably will.
Let's do a quick check-in with Leslie Visser.
Vern, moments ago, Bernie Bickerstaff told his team what Tommy Heinsohn just told the audience, and that too many of the shots are coming from outside. He said, don't take them from 20 feet, take it down low. Vern?
All right, Michael Thompson at the line. Sitting with Pat Riley in a hotel room in Dallas in January of 1987 when Michael Thompson was playing for San Antonio. And he said, we can get Michael Thompson, he's the key. And the Lakers are 9-0 in playoff series since Michael Thompson joined that club.
Well, what an added player, power forward or backup center with a way to use him at both positions effectively. No wonder they were happy to get him.
Magic Johnson back in the lineup. Nice blue from the baseline. And McKee fights for the ball. Good effort. Oh,
there you go. Get it to the hoop.
Back to 6, 77-71.
Very poor defense that time by the Sonics on the weak side of the court, away from the ball.
This time in the low post, they've got Orlando Woolridge on Xavier McDaniel. You know, you think about football as a game of X's and O's. Here's a classic example. Basketball is a game of X and O's.
That's too obvious. I'm going to...
I've been waiting on that all day long. McDaniel, it's X over O. There you go. Non-blocked in the corner. 7:35. Sometimes I don't sleep another night. For 2. 93-71. Detroit leads Milwaukee. Golf returns to CBS next Saturday. Third round of the Southwestern Bell Colonial Golf Tournament. Ben Crenshaw, Chris Strange, Tom Kite among those who are scheduled to appear live at 2 o'clock Eastern. And more NBA playoffs for you. We'll have an Eastern Conference game after golf on Saturday, and rather a Western Conference game, an Eastern Conference game on Sunday, and then we'll highlight the 1989 draft lottery. McDaniel is out. Street back in. 79-75. McDaniel with 5 fouls goes to the bench.
This may give the Lakers an advantage. A small man has to defend Magic, who they've used in a low post a lot.
McMillan. Big rebound. Michael Cage fouled by Thompson.
Michael Cage came here from the Clippers, was the leading rebounder in the league last year, and they thought they were going to have a great season for him. Was a pretty decent scorer, but you know what happened when he first came up here to Seattle? He had 2 puppies, Rottweilers, right? And they got playful because he'd never seen the rain before from L.A., and he lost his 2 puppies. Got one back ultimately,
but the other one is still missing. Cage, no points for that.
You got Bruno back, but Shaft is missing. No, Chase is still missing.
Cage misses both. A 3-point Laker lead. Since the 10-minute mark of the second quarter, they have outscored Seattle by 26. Make it 28.
Ellis never even saw the ball as Magic read the defender. And what an easy pass.
A 29-point lead has been saved to 1. Ellis. It's back to 3.
They can do that. Ellis has a tough matchup now, much smaller than Worthy.
Thompson fights for the rebound and puts it in. 81-80. Lakers trying to sweep. Seattle trying to make a trip down the coast for Game 5. And in the first half, it looked like a sure thing. Los Angeles has a chance for its first lead of the ball game. Johnson to Woolridge. They still have a chance for their first will shoot when we return.
Teamwork makes winners. Be all you can be. Sponsored by the U.S. Army. Detroit's Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas form one of the NBA's most versatile guard tandems. Each combines the offensive arsenal of a devastating scorer with a point guard's instinct for fighting the open man by unselfishly sharing their backcourt responsibilities. Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars use teamwork to be the best they can be.
Getting through.
Pat O'Brien with another NBA playoff update from New York City. Detroit is looking to go 3-0 in this series. They're up by 20 right now. What you're about to see is a bad boy high five. Isaiah has 26 on the day. Let's go back to that shootout in Seattle now. And Vern Lundquist, gentlemen, back to you.
James Worthy, this man right here, is going to make a cut to the basket. His man, Ellis, is watching the ball, and he should be watching his man at the same time. A relationship. What he ends up doing is watching his man and not knowing where the ball is because of this little pick that develops, and the ball gets slipped right by him. And for an easy one, that's what Magic Johnson counts on. You're turning your head and not knowing where the ball is or the man you're guarding. Ellis guilty that time.
Magic Johnson, the leader of this team, I'm going to coach as long as he plays. But when he retires, that's... Meanwhile, Orlando Woolridge goes to the line. Orlando Woolridge, in his first 7 years in the league, played in 7 playoff games. Today, in his first season with the Lakers, he is playing in his 7th playoff game. And he can give Los Angeles the lead.
You know, the other night when we saw him play here, he came up and he got 2 offensive rebounds, and he ended up scoring on the second one. And it was such a hustle play that Magic Johnson came up and really patted him on the butt. And they're trying to get him to be a Laker. And I think he's fulfilled the role. For the first time since they tapped the ball, Los Angeles has the lead.
They have come from 29 down. They get the lead to 6 to go. Johnson puts in the backcourt.
And there is another foolish foul by Sedale Three to Magic Johnson. Every once in a while, the Sonic players go out and commit foolish fouls. That was an absolute foolish foul by Three.
Magic Johnson from the line today. Again, he led the NBA in free throw shooting this year. First time he has done that. Hitting 91%. It's a 3-point lead.
And just keep them boys.
Ellis, short. Woolridge rebound. Johnson. Green, Johnson over 3. The Lakers trying to climb into the finals and the first team this year to do so. The Western Conference Finals, that is. As we conclude another big weekend. NBA playoffs on CBS. Clock at 3. Johnson. Woolridge is fouled by Ellis.
And there they are, they're all clapping and congratulating Woolridge. That was a strong rebound that time. Came hard from the corner to pick it up and give the Lakers another try.
Abdul-Jabbar was among those leading the standing ovation on the Laker bench. Woolridge another.
You know, Woolridge had been such a star with these other ball clubs that it's very difficult for a guy to fit in and with a new ball club, particularly if it's a championship team. He has really never proved anything in the NBA other than he was a decent player. Now he's trying to find out whether he can play to win.
85-81. He signed a contract for the Lakers for less money than offered by other teams because he wanted the chance to get a world championship. Ellis. Underneath. The trap. The double team. Key. Magic Johnson with a big one.
I think McKee might have gotten the foul there.
and it'll be off Thompson. Seattle ball. James Worthy checks back in. He leads all Lakers scores with 26.
Well, he replaces Woolrich, and Woolrich really did his job while he was in there. And it's high five for him on the sideline.
Derek McKee, rapid. He goes back to Ellis. Elite defense. That's the second against Los Angeles. So technical foul. That is the first. Beg your pardon. And Jabbar comes back in. Take a look at the scene on the bench, Tommy.
Well, when Woolrich came out, as the high five, and he really came up with a couple of rebounds, both offensively and defensively, something that the Lakers needed to do in this ball.
85-81 LA. Daniel chases it down. Seattle led by 29 points in the second quarter. Coming up tonight on CBS, having trouble making up your mind about Apple, but 60 Minutes give you a brand new look at the Apple controversy. Then it's Murder, she wrote, followed by the CBS Sunday night movie Out on the Edge, starring Rick Schrader. That's all tonight on CBS. Last foul on Michael Cooper, his fourth. 4:10 to go in the ballgame.
Well, remember, earlier in the third quarter, McDaniel was settling for the fall-away jump shot or shot deep in the corner. Now, with Bernie Bickerstaff hurt, all their outside shooters are taking as strong as they can to the hoop, and that's what you got to do. You got to end up with a basket or get on the free throw line.
Fifth foul on Michael Cooper. Xavier McDaniel now 4 out of 6. McDaniel came on after being the 6th man all year, started the last 10 in regular season, and exploded for a 30-point per game average. And he gets both. 85-83. 4:05 to go. Jabbar back into the game. Jabbar, Worthy, Green, and Cooper. Skyhook.
That was a big shot for Kareem. He'll have to hit those coming down the stretch because they're going to give it to him.
The pick, Dale Ellis. Position established by who else? Magic Johnson. He's got Polonese on him. He goes right by Polonese. This is Jabbar. The tip by Johnson 2-3 times. Loose ball. AC Green.
There was fever underneath that basket. Wow. What banging.
Timeout. LA. 85-83. 3:15 to go.
Next weekend, the playoffs continue on CBS Sports. It's time to rock and roll.
We are at the Seattle Center Coliseum in Seattle. Game 4, the Western Conference semifinals. The Lakers have overcome a 29-point first half deficit. They lead it by 2 with 3:15 to go. Detroit 110 to 90. Welcome those of you who are watching the Detroit-Milwaukee game as Detroit goes up 3-0 over Milwaukee. 110 to 90 in that one. The Lakers have overcome a 29-point first half deficit, and they just took the first lead on 2 Orlando Woolridge field goals with 6:14 to go in the ballgame. Earlier today, Michael Jordan's 37 as Chicago jumped out to a 3-1 edge over the Knicks, 106 to 93. Tom Heinz, let's bring us up on what's happened here.
Well, I think that the adrenaline ran out on the Sonics, who came out with great emotions and overwhelmed the Lakers in the first quarter. Since then, the Lakers, like two cats, have hung in there, packed away, basket by basket, kept their composure, and executed the best matchup advantage. And Magic and, at times, Kareem and James Worthy have gotten the job done. And even Orlando Woolridge has come in and done an excellent job.
Johnson, Green, Worthy, Jabbar, and Cooper on the floor for the Lakers.
Sonics never pinned the ball in the corner. Easy look pass for Kareem, who wrote the corner to get it to Worthy.
James Worthy has hit his last 8 shots. He's got 31 for the afternoon.
Last couple moments banana.
Dale Ellis, good shot. By Jabbar.
Caught his own shot. That's a walking violation.
14 turnovers. That ball is away by McMillan. Johnson chases it down. Safety gets it to Cooper. Ellis on Michael Cooper. Dale Ellis, McMillan. The guard, Magic Johnson. McDaniel, Polonese, and McKee on the floor. 1:50 to go. Tipped away. Eric McKee got the intercept.
No double, but Kareem still trying to hit that cutter.
5-point Laker lead as they try and win the series 4-0. Skip pass in the corner. McDaniel. Jabbar flies at him. McDaniel reloads and hits it.
That's the first outside shot I think he's hit this hand.
Johnson and Polonese. Rejected. Cooper gets it. Jabbar tries the skyhook. There's the double. They kick it back to Worthy. They're going to get to him at one time, and he misses it.
A small man went right along the baseline and disturbed the rhythm of the shot.
1 minute. McDaniel guarded by A.C. Green. Foul is on A.C. Green. Los Angeles with 2 timeouts left. Seattle 1. Neither team has a foul to give.
Last ball game, Seattle did not shoot well from the free throw line, down way under 50%. Needless to say, they need these two right now by McDaniel.
McDaniel is a 73% free throw shooter over the course of the year. 78% of the playoffs. And he's 6 of 8 today. Michael Thompson replaces Jabbar.
That is a concession right now. Kareem never would have been out of a ball game at this stage the last couple of years. Thompson right now is going to be their offensive player and hopes for a rebound. I thought Kareem gave a great effort today, however.
Timeout, LA. 49 seconds to go. The Lakers have a 1-point edge. Seconds to go in the ball game behind James Worthy's 15 of 19 from the field. LA has gotten the lead now. Timeouts, 2 for LA, none for Seattle. No fouls to give, and we've got 49 seconds to go.
Well, the Lakers are going to get at least 2 shots at this thing. They're going to try right now, absolutely, to get the best matchup where that might be. The last time they went inside and they found Worthy on the perimeter for the outside shot. Big play. I'm sure that they thought about that, but Magic, he may end up in the low post. He has not used that all game long, where he's trying to take one of these Sonics in the low post.
Michael Cooper, Worthy, Johnson, A.C. Green, and Michael Thompson for the Lakers. 45 seconds to go. Los Angeles leads by 1. They trail by 29 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Johnson takes Ellis low. Dishes it out to A.C. Green. Got it.
And everybody leaning to the paint on the penetration. And Green, their power forward, on the baseline, wide open.
Seattle calls timeout.
If you're concerned about hair loss,
right now you're going to see Magic Johnson coming over the pick, but look at all these defenders start to cover in the paint to protect against the layup, and that leaves a man wide open right here. Magic moving the defense. They all start to head to the paint, and look at that wide open man, A.C. Green, well within his 18-foot range.
Lakers Lakers lead Seattle, trying to become the first time in '89 to get into the conference finals. They lead by 3. 3-0 Laker lead. Phoenix won yesterday on the road. They lead Golden State 3-1. And in the East, of course, earlier today, Chicago defeated New York to take a 3-1 lead there. And just moments ago, Detroit won its 3rd in a row over Milwaukee. And there are a few LA fans here with the brooms.
That's a courageous person.
We did not see the brooms in the first half when Seattle led 41-12. But we saw them here in the fourth quarter. Now McMillan, McKee, McDaniel, Polanese, and Dale Ellis on the court for Seattle.
If I were the Sonics, I think I'd be looking for McKee. They need a big play from outside, too.
They get it to Polanese. He goes to Thompson and hits. Still time for one more possession by Seattle because there's 27 seconds left. But instead, a foul in the backcourt.
Well, they gambled. They were going to get one shot and foul them quickly if they're going to foul them, but that puts Worthy at the foul line. And this Laker team is an excellent free throw shooting ball player.
Worthy 15 of 19 from the field today. This will be his first free throw. And he's hitting 78% for the year, 81% in the playoffs. Laker lead is 3. They have won 11 in a row over Seattle.
Now the Sonics have to more or less go for 3.
McDaniel looks for Ellis. He fights off the pick of Worthy. No! 13 seconds to go. Polanese fouls A.C. Green.
There's always a little conjecture about when do you start going for 3s? Even under 20 seconds, you still have a chance to score, maybe get fouled sometimes. And you can still play the foul game after you score a 2.
A.C. Green, 3 of 4 today. He's a 79% free throw shooter. This is an outstanding free throw shooting LA team.
I'll tell you, this is some kind of display of a championship basketball team. And that man right there, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I think he's had an awful lot to do with this thing this season. You know, the key thing that the Lakers did was after the Lakers lost to the Rockets a couple of years ago, a lot of rumors to trade Kareem. They didn't. They kept him 2 championships after that and another one in sight. That's great organization.
Lead is 4. The time is 9 seconds. McDaniel. Yes! That's for 2. And Polanese fouls A.C. Green with 2 seconds to go.
Well, the Sonics have one of the great three-point shooters in Ellis. Here's McDaniel, foot well over the line as he made that shot. Ellis taking that shot for the 3. And it's quite a decision for a coach. Do you go for the 3 with, you got a great shooter from out there like Ellis. But boy, late in the ball game, sometimes I wonder whether the 3-point shot, unless it's the last 5 seconds of the game, do you go for it or go for a basket?
Green gets it. Jabbar leads the cheers. These extraordinary Los Angeles Lakers, who have won 2 NBA titles in a row, in quest of their 3rd, they were down 41-12 with 10 minutes to go in the first half.
And remember, Bernie Bickerstaff said we want to get a little bit of their heart in the 3rd quarter. Very tough to take the heart out of the Lakers.
gets it. But the Lakers win it 97-95, coming from 29 down. Their first lead was 81-80 with 2 Orlando Woolridge free throws at the 6-minute mark. Our Miller Lite player of the game, 15 of 19 from the floor, and a total of 33 points and 7 rebounds. James Worthy. Light Beer is proud to present a check of $1,000 on behalf of James Worthy to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Leslie Visser.
Kareem, congratulations, a great effort. How were the Lakers able to come back from 29 points down?
Well, we didn't give up, and we felt that if we got any kind of defensive stand on them, we might be able to get back in the game. They started missing shots. They got tentative. They stopped attacking, and maybe they got a little bit tired.
What about this year? You think you're headed for a three-peat?
Well, we have a chance at it. It's going to be a long, hard fight. I'm glad we made this step up. We got 2 real tough ones to go, so we just have to wait and see.
All right, thank you very much, Kareem. Congratulations. Back to you, Ben.
Lakers scored 16 in a row to end the first half. That helped propel the comeback from 29. They win it by 2, and they're in the conference finals. So for Tom Heinsohn, Leslie Visser, and Pat O'Brien, this is Vern Lundquist saying so long from Seattle Center Coliseum, where our final score, Los Angeles 97, Seattle 95.